Right now, American Girl is closing its corporate offices in Middleton. We take a look at the history and the impact the business has had in the area.
Also hanging on for dear life, how this piece of equipment nearly fell off a parking ramp in Madison this morning.
I just pray that, there's a landlord or somebody out there willing to help these families that don't have nowhere to go, because it's real sad.
And later, residents of 2 Madison apartment complexes are looking for a new place to stay. This as the buildings go up for sale. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with American Girl closing its Middleton office.
Employees are leaving their positions starting tomorrow, and by September, 30 people will have been laid off. Our Maddie Heimsch is in Middleton with more. Maddie?
Yeah, in a statement from Mattel, a spokesperson said the company is looking to centralize its operations to their headquarters in California. And employees being laid off here are invited to apply for those positions opening up over there. American Girl was founded right here in Middleton in 1986. As for the company's hometown, the statement reads, quote, "We express our deep gratitude for the positive impact our team has made on the brand and in the community." According to Mattel, 220 Wisconsinites continue to be employed by American Girl, either remotely or at the distribution center in DeForest. Founder Pleasant Rowland sold American Girl to Mattel in 1998 and has served as a philanthropist in the Madison community, donating millions of dollars to several projects over the years. Rowland's husband, Jerry Frauchi, sold Webcrafters in 2017. That company announced it was shutting down Madison operations just yesterday, laying off 116 employees. This Middleton closure comes after investors wrote Mattel earlier this month, asking them to sell off American Girl due to a drop in revenue from 2016 to 2023. That drop was 61%. But as of now, dolls will continue to be manufactured and available for purchase. Live and moving forward in Middleton, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. And Pleasant Rowland and her husband, Jerry Frauchi, built American Girl and Webcrafters into the giants they became. And even with both shutting down local operations, their impact will be felt for generations in the area. That includes their visionary Overture Center for the Arts in 2004, a $205 million contribution. Their donations include now $25 million for the Wisconsin History Center, slated to open in 2027, $20 million for the Madison Youth Arts Center, $14.3 million for a new Lakeshore Preserve to be built at Picnic Point, $10 million for the UW Hospital's transplant clinic, and too many more to list, including the Central Library, the Center for Black Excellence, and the Urban League of Greater Madison's Black Business Hub. Temperatures cooling down a bit before another warm up. Let's check your first warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Yeah, Eric, that's absolutely correct. We have 2 days of winter in our forecast. Then we're going to go right back up into something more reminiscent of spring. Right now, temperatures outside 31 degrees right here in Madison, 32 in Verona, 32 in Mount Horeb. And again, these temperatures just a little bit above normal for what we would expect this time of year, a degree or two. It feels a lot colder compared to where we have been. Temperatures are already in the 20s off to the north and towards the west, out towards Viroqua, where they had a little bit more in the way of snowfall. Temperatures still hanging on to the middle 30s to the south down by Janesville, where they had less snowfall. Definitely cooler feeling out there, 10, 15, pushing 20 degrees colder in some spots than where we were yesterday, where we were basking in the 40s to near 50 degrees just at this point last night. The snow verified for areas, let's say, from, Crawford County over to Richland County, Sauk, Madison, and points towards the north and towards the east. That's where we expected that band of a little bit of heavier snow to develop. Our snow vision accumulation here, this is just a radar estimate of snow 5 inches out towards Crawford County, that widespread 2 to 3 inches near Madison, lesser amounts to the south where that rain mixed in down towards Monroe and down towards Janesville. As I said, 2 days of winter, wind chills to near zero, if not a little bit below zero as we start your Saturday morning, but then a big warm-up's on the way. Just how warm we go, that's coming up.
Alex, thank you. Dane County making some changes to its outdoor warning siren strategy. This after the first 2 tornadoes ever in Wisconsin in February last week. Previously, sirens weren't tested in December, January, or February. Well, now those tests will take place every month of the year. The second major change is sirens will now activate every 7 minutes when a warning is ongoing, rather than just once at the beginning of that warning.
A vehicle used residents at 2 Madison apartment complexes aimed at housing those at risk of homelessness are still struggling to find a new place to stay after they were told the buildings would close this spring.
And the city of Madison now looking to put nearly $500,000 of federal money into helping them find somewhere else to go. Braden Ross joins us live from one of those properties now with the details. Braden?
Yeah, there may not be a for sale sign here yet, but make no mistake, the Tree Lane apartments are officially on the market, and that leaves residents and the city to reflect on the lessons that this property has taught them.
I take this as an experience and a life lesson.
Chautauqua Willis has seen Tree Lane apartments through it all.
I was one of the first residents here. Of course, the property has had its challenges, you know.
2 months ago, she found out the building she's called home for 6 years will be closed and sold by spring.
One of the hard lessons that we've learned is that when there is a high concentration of high-need households, especially when there isn't an abundance of resources available to support those households, it's a difficult model to make work.
Tree Lane and the Refke Terrace apartments were the first projects backed by the city to take a housing-first approach to serve people at risk of homelessness. But 6 years and countless police calls later, the city of Madison is trying to keep residents from ending up on the street again. An outcome City of Madison Community Development Director Jim O'Keefe attributes largely to poor management and design.
It's one thing to build apartment buildings. It's something quite different to properly manage them. So this reinforces that lesson.
O'Keefe says the city will carry those lessons into future projects. As for the current situation, O'Keefe hopes the city council will approve of putting more than $400,000 of federal funding into supporting tenants in their search for new housing. Willis says how her time here ended is still hard to accept.
I just pray that, you know, there's a landlord or somebody out there willing to help these families that don't have nowhere to go, you know, because it's real sad.
But the only option is to move forward and take the lessons she's learned with her when she goes.
I've learned a lot here on Tree Lane. I take it that way.
Now, both buildings have officially been listed for sale and are expected to be closed by May. Moving forward in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
A vehicle used to remove snow from a parking garage is safely back on the ground now after nearly falling off the top level. You want to check this out. The Madison Fire Department says the operator of the machine was dumping snow over the edge of the parking ramp when it tipped forward, nearly falling off the ledge. The driver was able to climb out of the back window and get to safety. Crews were able to pile more snow under the machine, changing its leverage point. Then a tow truck was used to pull it back over the ledge.
Well, you are taking a live look right now at the state capitol. The assembly busy voting on several pieces of legislation. That includes passing a constitutional amendment that would limit diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in Wisconsin. The proposal would prohibit state and local governments, including the universities of Wisconsin and local school districts, from discriminating against or granting preferential treatment to anyone on the basis of race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin. And despite the GOP's latest efforts targeting DEI, it's a long way from becoming state law. The measure has to pass the Senate, then the full legislature next session before it would go to a statewide vote. Meanwhile, the Assembly approving a bipartisan measure to require political candidates and groups to include disclaimers in ads that use artificial intelligence. More than a half a dozen organizations have registered in support of the proposal. No groups have registered against the measure. Violators would face a $1,000 fine.
A Republican businessman is planning to run against U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin in this year's election. Now, according to a campaign spokesperson, Eric Hovde will get into the race next week after months of preparation. Hovde previously ran for Senate in 2012 before losing in the Republican primary to former Governor Tommy Thompson. He has largely stayed out of the public eye since that run, although he did run a television ad in 2020 criticizing Democratic Governor Tony Evers' stay-at-home order during the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic. News 3 Now is accepting nominations for the Spirit of Service Award through tomorrow. We are teaming up with Vortex to give one local veteran doing good in their community $5,000. You can nominate a veteran for this prize at The Story on channel3000.com. Just tell us in 1,000 words or less why the veteran you are nominating should win. We will announce the winner next month on News 3 Now this morning. Coming up, the FDA approves a treatment for severe frostbite.
Also, an addiction treatment center is making it easier for those living just north of Madison to get the help they need. We're back after this.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
If you've been injured, you need a trusted team to get you the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you quality name brand workwear and footwear because we get you. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, we have great deals on your favorite rugged styles for spring. Right now, earn $50 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $200 on Carhartt gear, $100 off these men's cat work boots. And while you're in for workwear, save on 5 gallons of Blaine's diesel oil, $64.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Robert Plant and 27-time Grammy winner Alison Krauss reunite live on stage. Can't Let Go Tour 2024 with special guest J.D. McPherson. Bree Stevens Field, Saturday, June 8th. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Robert Plant and Alison Krauss. For more info, visit plantkrauss.com. Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. News 3 Now This Morning, moving forward. Weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
A Madison Addiction Treatment Center is using a mobile unit to help reach those needing help in Columbia County. Psychological Addiction Services uses the mobile clinic to offer methadone services in Portage at the Market Square parking lot. The clinic is there from 6:30 to 10 o'clock each weekday morning and from 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. on weekends.
It helps people become where they feel normal again. They can get back to work, to their families, to the things that are important to them, and at the end, hopefully get their lives back to where they were before they got on the opioids.
To find out more information or to get help, visit pasrecovery.com.
The FDA is approving the first treatment for severe frostbite. Frostbite happens when the skin and underlying tissues freeze, which limits blood flow to that area. The drug's active ingredient is iloprost, which opens blood vessels and prevents blood clotting. It can be used up to 3 days after injury. There are common side effects, including headache, fast heart rate, nausea, dizziness, and low blood pressure. Iloprost has been used in some other countries to treat severe frostbite. 2 wildly popular diabetes medications used also for weight loss will be pricier this year. First, Ozempic's price is going up 3.5% to $969 a month. Meanwhile, Mounjaro is going up to $1,069 for a month's supply. Neither company hiked the list prices of their versions of the same drugs approved by the Food and Drug Administration to treat obesity. For obesity, they go by the brand names Wegovy and Zepbound. Still ahead, a new contest that seafood lovers may be interested in.
Plus, it's a shortage felt all across the entire state. How Wisconsin is looking to keep teachers from going out of state.
Plus, we may need to bundle up just for the next couple of days. Alex returns your complete forecast when we come back.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $40. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
I really love what you and Martha have done with the place. That sofa and this chair, it's amazing.
I can't lie. It was all Martha and Steinhafels. Check out the table. Solid wood like my molars.
It's Steinhafels President's Day sale. Get $100 off of $19.99, up to a $300 airline gift card, plus our special 36-month financing.
And the rug, it ties the whole room together.
You don't want to just beautify your home. You want Fry Construction to beautify your home. Their reputation for quick and painless, impeccable work is why they've been awarded Best of Madison 4 years in a row. Get your home improvement project started today to bring your remodeling dreams to reality. Don't just beautify, beautify. Visit fryconstruction.com.
One night, 4 huge events. The Bulls Bands and Barrels Tour returns to the Alliant Energy Center on Saturday, February 24th, 7 p.m. Featuring bull riding, barrel racing, freestyle bullfighting with a live performance by Ian Munsick. Live Cowgirl with Alexandra Kay.
On the gas, speeding past your place.
Get tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. The Bulls Bands and Barrels Tour, Saturday, February 24th at 7 p.m. at the Alliant Energy Center.
Pull up a stool. The local bar scene's hopping. Check out Madison Magazine's guide to hot spots, cool sips, late night bites, and more. Then meet this year's visionary Best of Madison Business honorees. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. Madison Magazine presents The City Guide, your ultimate resource for Madison area adventures. With inside tips on where to eat, what to do, and places to see. Available now on area newsstands or online at madisonmagazine.com.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $40. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
Wisconsin needs more teachers. The shortage is felt in classrooms in every corner of the state. A key method to track the shortage is emergency teaching licenses. When a school cannot find a licensed teacher to fill a role, they can hire someone with an emergency license. The latest data from the Department of Public Instruction shows the state issues about 3,000 emergency licenses a year. That is triple what it was 10 years ago.
The pendulum has swung in a sense where we don't have qualified candidates for even the positions we have.
Tonight at 10, News 3 Now's Chris Stanford is sharing some solutions to the shortage, including a determined student who's inspiring others to become a teacher. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Well, hardcore seafood fans may want to sink their claws into Red Lobster's new contest, the chain announcing the debut of its nationwide Endless Lobster Experience. Sadly, it doesn't mean free lobster until the end of time. Rather, the 150 winners of this contest will be, quote, endlessly served lobster for 2 hours. They'll also get 2 side dishes and Red Lobster's signature Cheddar Bay biscuits after that 2-hour feast. And victors will also be given about a dozen lobsters to take home. The contest, which is held on Red Lobster's social media pages, starts February 20th. Colder temps moving in the area the next couple of days. Alex now with a complete look at your forecast. Alex?
Yes, Eric, and next couple of days, let's underline that. We're going to have winter really for 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and then we're going to swing right back to warm temperatures as we go out into next week. And folks, we had that snow, and I think it verified quite well. We were anticipating that the snow would line up from, let's say, over portions of Crawford, Richland, Sauk counties, areas along I-94 and towards the north is where that heavier band, that's what we were expecting to set up. That's where our snow vision, which is an estimate of snow totals, 5 inches over Crawford County, 2 over, let's say, the Baraboo-Reedsburg area, 3 up towards Portage, and 4 just north of Watertown. And then that widespread 1 to 3 inches right along the Madison I-94 corridor, where we had the rain. Monroe, Janesville, you probably didn't see much in the way of accumulation. Planning your evening tonight, we just have increasing clouds, temperatures falling down into the 20s. Very common for what we should see this time of year. We could track those clouds as well here with Future Track. Clouds started to enter Prairie du Chien and Platteville as we head towards 9 o'clock. Temperatures cooling down. Lower 20s where there's a little bit more in the way of breaks in the clouds. Middle 20s where we have a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. It acts like a blanket holding in those temperatures, or holding them up, I should say, just a bit. A few flurries maybe down towards Platteville and Darlington as we start off your Friday, otherwise dry. Not expecting snow tonight. As we go on into your Friday, on and off clouds. Temperatures climbing into the upper 20s, which is about where we should be for this time of year. So 1 day of winter. Then as we go on into the morning hours, once again for your Friday morning, lower 20s, and then we'll do upper 20s. And then day number 2 of winter after that. These are wind chill values that are expected Saturday morning at 6 o'clock at or maybe just a couple degrees below 0. and then the warm weather starts to move back in. In fact, so warm, going all the way out to the end of February. Here are the good 2 eastern thirds of the country, well entrenched with our Climate Prediction Center friends saying very, very strong likelihood of above normal temperatures. We see that coming up here in our temperature trend as well. A roller coaster of temperatures, but not really a roller coaster where we're going to be dipping so low that we'll be below normal. Most of the time, other than our 2 days of winter, Friday and Saturday, we're going to be above normal, if not pushing 50-degree weather by the time we get to next Wednesday, and pushing 50 again by the time we get out into the next weekend. Also with that, we're going to add not snow in our forecast, but rain shower chances on that very mild Wednesday going into your Thursday. A bit breezy on that Thursday. We cool down just a touch, a little bit closer to normal as we head towards Thursday and Friday, but right back up we go. The temperature scale as temperatures climb back into the 40s to near 50 degrees by next Sunday. There's some indication as well as we go out into the following week. We'll keep an eye on this, but first to warn that our temperatures may be well into the 50s. We could be even talking thunderstorms by the time we get out into that following work week.
And coming up in sports, Wisconsin looking for their first win on the road in nearly a month. But the Badgers say they've got their groove back after Tuesday's win. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Race to savings on your next project at Menards. From countertops to cabinetry, Menards carries everything you need to turn your kitchen dreams into reality. Find the cabinetry that meets your needs at the right price with Cardell. Right now, receive a free sink-based cabinet with the purchase of 10 or more qualifying Cardell cabinets. Timblin oak cabinets are on sale now for $37.59.
Race to savings now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
RSV can seriously impact breathing, even for the best performer. Protect yourself with Pfizer's Abrysvo, a vaccine to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. It's not for everyone and may not protect all who receive it. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had an allergic reaction to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may decrease your response. Most common side effects are tiredness, headache, injection site pain, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Abrysvo today.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the Madison area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Lately, road games have been Wisconsin's kryptonite. The Badgers have lost 3 straight games away from the Kohl Center by every way possible. They've blown a big lead, lost in a blowout, and then lost in a close one. Saturday against Iowa, they'll try to win their first road game since January 23rd. And after beating Ohio State earlier this week, this group feels like they've got their mojo back.
found like a new kind of energy. These past couple practices before Ohio State too, it was just completely different within the team. We were just having more fun with it, and now we're going here and we're looking forward to it with a different mindset.
I feel like on the road, last 2 games we weren't coming out right away and jumping on them like we usually do. I think we got our groove back against Ohio State, so we're back in that rhythm of jumping on teams right away. So Saturday will be different.
Wisconsin and Minnesota will renew their border battle rivalry this weekend when the Badgers welcome in the Gophers for another top 5 showdown in this series. And both teams enter on a roll. Wisconsin's last loss, December 8th to, you guessed it, Minnesota. And when it comes to these two, there's not much Mark Johnson needs to say to get his team ready to skate against that team up north.
Players, you know, they're locked in. I'm sure Minnesota's going to be locked in, and so when they drop the puck Friday night at 7, it's like, it'll be fun.
It's one of our favorite weekends. I think it's just like you don't really have to prepare that much like in order to get like up for the game. You're just automatically like the second the last games are over, you're thinking about the Gophers.
Fresh off another run to the Final Four, Kelly Sheffield's been busy getting ready for next year, starting with Wisconsin's schedule. Today, the Badgers unveiled their Big Ten opponents for the 2024 season. Coming to the Fieldhouse, the usual suspects: Minnesota, Nebraska, Ohio State, Penn State, just to name a few, and then Washington and Oregon. Now, UW will take a road trip to Los Angeles to play conference matches against USC and UCLA.
That's going to take some getting used to, road trips to the West Coast in the Big Ten. All right, so the Hoops team, they get that much-needed win over Ohio State. Finally. They got to get a big one, though, to go to Iowa and do this.
Yeah, and I'd like to take credit for that win on Tuesday because I gave Tyler Wall some extra confidence during our game of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And welcome to this week's Wisconsin Huddle Unleashed. I'm Zach Ganley, he's Tyler Wall, and Tyler, welcome to the Thunderdome. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Have you ever played this game before?
Yeah, when I was little, I did.
You have? I've never even heard of this game before.
In so long.
All right. Let me just go, or what? Oh, okay. All right.
You're already out. You're already out.
What?
Your head popped off.
This is something.
All right, you ready? So what'd you do when you were little? If you didn't play this?
I was playing outside. Building character, right?
Yeah.
What other games did you play?
Just this. This was actually...
I can tell you're destroying me. Red Rocket over here.
No, my game when I was little was Mario Kart.
Tie goes to me. Tie goes to me. I'm down big. Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
I like that he was interviewing you during that.
Yeah. Well, he's been a guest for about 5 or 6 times, so I said, let's switch it up.
The crowd was captivated behind you, too. They were just fixated on that.
I appreciated your focus.
I'm down in.
Let's go to Alex, final check of the forecast.
Yeah, you had a blue person and a red person, and we've got a blue weather forecast for Saturday, cold, and then look at where our temperatures are going to go after that. We're going to go to orange, to red. For the rest of February, temperatures are really going to warm up. Look at that, 50 degrees by next Wednesday, cooling down a little bit next weekend, but right back up to 50 by the end of the next weekend.
All right, we'll take it. Alex, thank you. Thanks for joining us. For News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.